Well, hello, welcome in, everybody. Sportscast Live, NFL Game Day show live here on Twitch is back on Tuesday. Welcome in, everybody. It is great to see you all. Hat Cane's coming in. Atomic Bandicoot, what's happening? Trav Smalls in the house. Got a very special guest for y'all today. The lovely man that you see on screen with me, a.k.a. Disturbed Smiles, a.k.a. Kevin, in the house, taking the reins today for the big knock, who had his surgery today. Thank you, Slideways, coming in with the 6 months. I really appreciate it, Slide. Appreciate it, man. Crispy Rice, good to see you. What up, Kev? Says Crispy Rice. They know each other, don't they? I think they've met each other a time or two. It's good to see you, Kev. How you doing, my man? It's good to see you.
Good.
Good? Yeah? How's Texas treating you? How's Texas treating?
Texas is good.
Yeah, Texas good. Texas
It's
going all
treating me
right.
good.
All right,
Yeah.
good to see. Good to see. Slideways, thank you again for the 6 months. Appreciate it, dude. Welcome in, guys. We are going to go over. What are we on? Are we on week 14, Kev? What week are we on right now?
Yeah, we're starting week 4. Oh, we're still on 13.
Are we on? Oh yeah, we're still on 13, but we're going into 14. We're going into 14. So,
We're going into 14. Correct.
Chim, it is great to see you. Welcome in, Haley. Good to see you as always. Stu, what is happening? The NFL being on every night. I feel like good old Maction. I know, right, Stu? There's a game on every night. It's like the old Mac conference. You get games on Wednesdays and shit. Welcome in, Slides. It's great to see you. Kev in the house. Doing great. We're going to pick some games today. Go over a couple stories with Kev as well. If you guys, I'm sure, are wondering, Knocker is out of surgery. So Knocker is out of surgery. Everything went well. He is recovering. I believe he's on his way home right now. If not, he's already home. So again, thank you guys for all the good vibes, prayers, and all the good stuff for the knock. He really appreciates it. He will be back and better than ever in 2021. So again, thank you guys so much. He is out of surgery and doing well. So before we get
Did
to
you finally
things,
get that third nipple attached?
I know he finally got that third nipple off. I was been telling him to get that third nipple off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been trying. Yeah, he's been, I was like, he goes to the beach and I'm like, Dad, just the third nipple looks kind of weird. Just go get it chopped off. He never wanted to do it because of insurance purposes.
I was always a fan, but that's me.
I was always a fan of the third nipple. You remember that? I think it's a Friends episode, right? Doesn't there a Friends episode where I think Chandler has a third nipple? Yeah.
Yes.
So good. We can rebuild the knocker. I know he's gonna be made of all steel and titan. Did they install the better taste in football teams? Slideways? That's funny. I went to go put this Cowboys jersey on today, knowing that I'm probably going to get shit for wearing it and that my team sucks once again. We just missed a field goal and a chance to, get closer in the game, which I really hope we do actually kind of lose because I kind of want the draft pick at this point. But I feel like I haven't supported them enough this year despite having a down year, and I've got to stick with them. I'm going to be wearing my jerseys from here on out just for the rest of the year. I think I just, I've let them down this season rooting for them, but they've let me down. So it's going to be like, it was a little fight. We had a little tussle, but I think we're okay now, Kev. I think we're okay. As you smirk, as you smile with your stupid fucking champions, Kansas City Chiefs behind you, okay?
Yeah, you're champions, baby.
God, Jesus. Jesus, thank you, Hackins. I appreciate it.
It took a long time for me to be able to do this, okay?
Now, cool thing about Kev, guys, if you don't know, literally, I think you've been at least listening to the podcast and, friends of ours for almost, 12 years? I mean, we've been doing about 13,
about
pretty
4 years.
much for the first year we did it, which is awesome. You were at our first Super Bowl party too, is right? Were you at the Universal?
No, I didn't go to Universal.
I went
for Heidi and Frank's. I went to Heidi and Frank's thing at Universal.
Okay.
And the yours was like right after that. And I couldn't do both.
Yeah. Oh, that shirt, Crispy. I know, right? So it's cool about Disturbed though. He came down for all of our live events, our golf tournaments. Since the very first one we've had, I think we've had 6 or 7 of them, and what is cool is that Kevin got the full Knocker experience. Because Kev has actually lived with Knocker for like 4 days, right? Like you know his little routines
Multiple
in the
times.
morning, maybe a little argument with Wendy you've heard a time or two, don't drink so many beers. What was it like? What was it like? Yeah, what was it like?
Hot under the collar pretty quick. I'll admit. Yeah, but he gets up. God, he gets up early. Because I'm off in the little bedroom closest right next to the kitchen, so I'm hearing him clanking dishes at 5 a.m. I'm like, dude, seriously?
I just went to bed like 2 hours ago, man. Me and Fear the Reload are out there been drinking beers in the backyard back in the day. You and Daniel getting smashed.
Yeah, and then like one time it was crispy rice. He wouldn't go home.
It's just Crispy's just out there chilling the whole day. That's when we had the podcast and everything, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He just kept talking. We kept talking. We were out there forever. Everybody was gone. It's just me and him. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude. You are a champion. You are a champion of drinkers. You can drink with the best among you. What are you drinking tonight? What are you drinking over there?
It's an 805.
An 805. I like it. Now you're classy. You go out of the glass there. You're not a drink out of the bottle kind of guy. You like to go class. Are you trying to show me up or something or what?
No, most of the time I do, but like tonight I put the mug in the little glass in the freezer.
Oh, you preloaded the mug in the freezer. I wish my wife would do that for me. Yeah. Jackie just walked inside. I was like, yeah, I wish my wife would put a cold glass in the freezer for me, right? What up, K-Biz? That's right, K-Biz. Disturb Smiles is on the mic. What up, $5? Good to see you. Dog Pound in the house. We got, again, football game is going on. We got the Ravens over the Cowboys. Now, speaking of this game right here, Kevin, again, guys, if you don't know, Kevin really does know football. Kevin follows football, plays fantasy football. Like, he knows his stuff. Yep. So we're going to be able to go through these games, which will be fun, and really break them down and give you guys our picks. Have you won the Pigskin Pick'em before, Kev?
Yes.
You have?
Like the first or second one y'all did.
The first or second one we all did? Okay. So, again, guys, he is a champion of the Pigskin Pick'em. So, you take his picks. Well, how are you doing this year? Are you in front of me this year? What are we looking like this year?
The last time I checked, I was in third.
You're doing pretty good, man. You're only 2 picks back.
Yeah.
You are only.
I don't know about this week.
Man, though, that's a good run. You're right there. You got Mac Daddy. You've got Crispy Rice, dude, is ahead of you. Can you believe that?
Oh,
the guy that rides horses. I don't even Crispy. Did you watch a football game this Sunday? Have you watched one all week? Please tell me.
He's like Renee.
Yes.
Renee just like picks stuff and like gets them right. Like,
oh shit, dude. He's completely like Renee. He just goes with it. He just throws it out. Me and you, we'll study and we'll get them all. Seriously.
Exactly.
So frustrating.
Change it 5 times before the game starts.
So again, guys, we have $200 up for grabs in our awesome NFL contest. We got Clay Kid in first right now with Marbles with Josh and Egg B. All have 131 correct picks. Then we got Crispy Rice and Static with 130. And then Just Guess, your boy right here, Disturb Smiles, coming in with 129. We've got Mac Daddy, Kiss My Benz. I like that. Humblebee coming in as well. And AZ Packer finishing up the top 10 right there. So, again, weekly winners still to go. How'd you do this week, Kev? Let's see. You got 8 right. Yeah, I only got 8 right as well. So, it was a tough week. What do you think? I mean, speaking of this game, I was leading in that. This game right here, we got the Cowboys-Ravens going on, right? Ravens started off really hot. For the past podcast, you can even ask Knocker. I've gone back and forth. I never thought that Lamar was going to just be this end-all, be-all quarterback. I'm not going to take away from his exceptional year he had last year. He had a great year.
Right.
But I think he's a limited quarterback, and I think it's starting to show right now. Have the Ravens fallen back to earth, or you just think this is just a little bit of a speed bump in a learning process here for Lamar?
Oh, no. I think they've taken a big, huge step backwards. I mean, they've got the weapons to throw the ball. He just doesn't throw the ball. He'd rather just tuck and run.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it works for him. I mean, he's scoring touchdowns. He's getting yards. But you've got, like, 3 great running backs that aren't even being used. Because, I mean, like tonight, first touchdown was by him.
Yeah.
Why aren't you handing it off?
Yeah.
So
he relies too much on his legs rather than his arm, and that was the biggest thing.
He's going to be another RG3.
And I hate to kiss your ass here, but your quarterback is that's the one reason why he is great, is because he has an arm to go with the legs. You know what I mean?
But if you notice, this season, he has not taken off and run like he did last year. He's staying in the pocket more until he can't find anybody, and then he runs. Yeah. And he's sliding more, running out of bounds. He's not trying to make those extra. He's playing smart.
Yeah, he is. He's playing smart, and that's what the benefit of we talk about this all the time, being football fans or even sports fans, is where you get drafted and what coach you have matters. For him to sit behind Alex Smith those 2 years, have Andy Reid as his coach, I mean, you couldn't have came up in a better way than he has this year in Patrick Mahomes. So and he's putting it all together. Yeah.
Speaking of Alex Smith, always a Chief.
Always a Chief.
Took out Pittsburgh for us today.
Can you believe that happened yesterday? Like, this is why the NFL is fucking great. because that shit can happen on any Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no one, including myself, that gave Washington a chance in hell of winning that game yesterday.
Not a chance in hell.
Not a chance in hell. And they go in and they beat the undefeated Steelers. And I think they're tied for first with the Giants. And what about the Giants? And the Giants go into Seattle without their quarterback. Yeah, with Colt McCoy, and beat Russell Wilson and Seattle. It's just, this is why me and Knocker will fight over. I know he loves college. I know you love college football. But this is the one reason why I love the NFL, is because you're never going to get an Akron beating Ohio State. Maybe it happens once every 50 years.
Once in a while.
Right? But this happens in the NFL almost on a week-to-week basis. And this is why it is so hard to bet the NFL. And this is why it's so hard to get a grasp on teams, because anything could happen at any time.
And when those upsets happen in college football, they always happen at the beginning, when the teams are just getting their first games under their belts.
Yeah,
that's when the upsets happen. You don't see them in the middle of the season.
Exactly. Exactly. It's been a crazy year just with COVID and everything. Madman, it's good to see you. Jedi, what's happening? Everybody in chat, good to see you guys. We have Kevin on here, my good buddy from Texas, a big OG sportscast guy right here hanging out with us, knows his football. We're going to roll marbles right after this, guys. So we're going to have some after dark chill marbles. We're going to grind it out, crank tank it, crank all the crank tanks.
Nice.
I'm so sick of that word. I want to burn it out so no one uses crank anymore. So I just burn it out. Oh, man. Yeah, and Alex Smith, always a Niner, says slideways. I like it. Where do you think he had his most success? Was it with the Chiefs?
He had some success with the 49ers. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He was a good quarterback for the Chiefs. I mean, he never got us to the championship game.
Yeah.
But he got us to the playoffs every year, and he was very productive. And we had a lot of winning seasons with him.
Yeah, dude.
You can't take it. I mean, he was very, very accurate quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. Stu, what's happening? Hey, everyone. I would mean a bunch to me if y'all could drop something that made them laugh or smile today. Doing it for one of my friends. You want me to do something, Stu? What do you want me to do? Like, tell myself to suck my ball?
Well, tell him to suck my ball.
I mean, I could do that. Bring you a chuckle or two, you know? You can just tell me to... I mean, either one. So, again, guys, it's free to enter the NFL contest. And lastly here, I haven't gotten to talk to you a lot. What's been your big surprise this year about the NFL as far as a team? What team has really come out? Has it been Buffalo? Has it been a team that the Rams been playing better? Is there a team that has come out? The Cardinals, they had some early success, but have now kind of fallen back down to earth here a little bit. Is there a team that's disappointed? You're like, fuck, like. Had this team, like, for me, it's the Texans. Like, it's the Texans that have dropped so far this year, and just a couple other teams from Minnesota. I just can't believe where Minnesota is, or Atlanta, with the talent they have on those rosters.
I was gonna say.
You know,
I think Atlanta, Minnesota, I can't say Houston because I live here.
Yeah,
okay?
And you're losing your best quarterback in the league. Yeah, best wide receiver.
You trade DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
I saw it coming. I didn't think they were going to fall this far.
Yeah.
But I knew they weren't the team they were before.
Bill O'Brien's a terrible coach.
Oh yeah, now he's gone. So
yeah.
But the Vikings surprised me. They have all those weapons. Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
And they're just mediocre.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, how does that happen?
Exactly. I agree with you. Now, what your thoughts on, real quick, we'll move into the picks here on the two teams we bring up in chat. I know we've got a lot of fans. Buffalo and the Browns. I mean, you look at the Bills and the Browns right now, both these teams, and I said it after this win this week, I will now give the Browns credit. They beat a legit Titans team and smoked them early. Yeah, they let the team come back at the end, but that happens a lot in football where the team kind of takes the foot off the pedal, and you kind of the score is a lot closer than how much they really kicked their ass in the first half of that football game. The Browns, I'll give them credit. They are for real. Big win by Buffalo yesterday, and I got to give credit to Buffalo as well. But the thing for me with those two teams is they're good, and I give them credit, but they're not. There's a tier for me, and the Steelers and the Chiefs and maybe the Packers and maybe a couple other teams are up in that one tier, and I just don't see Buffalo or Cleveland up in that tier yet. That's not to take away what they've done this season. You know what I'm saying? But I just you put them right now against the Chiefs, and there's still probably a 10-point spread in Vegas, right? I mean, something like that.
Well, the big thing with Cleveland is they'll come out one week and they'll look like they did this week. They're like they could beat anybody. They look okay. They're here. They've arrived, and then next week they'll play Jacksonville and look like a team that they used to be.
Yeah.
And that's what the thing about the Browns with me. they have surprised me. They are a lot better than they were before. But and I can't believe I'm going to say this.
I know, right? I know, Kev. It's hard to speak it. It really is.
The Raiders. The Raiders are a much more improved team. I can't stand the Raiders. I hate the Raiders with a passion. But the fact that they came in there, they beat us in our own house.
It's true.
And almost did it again in theirs.
You're right.
They've improved a lot. They're going in the right direction with Gruden.
They are going the right direction. I mean, they had a big comeback against the Jets to win that game. Like, what if you're the Jets too? What the fuck are you doing trying to win? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Like, what are you trying? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm really impressed with the Raiders. I throw that blowout loss they had because everyone has a blowout bad loss during the season, but they have played really well this season against a lot of teams. So, yeah, it's going to be a good season heading for. So let's get into these picks here, guys. We've got week 14 of our picks here. We're going to get kicked off. NFL music coming in. Here we go. Let's get to the first games here. What's the experience been for you, Kev, so far as viewing it without fans? I know that me and you, again, are huge football fans. We watch it. We play in the same fantasy league. What are your thoughts just visually looking at the game? Has it changed for you? Does it feel different? Like, where do you sit on this year, just as a fan perspective on how the game's going?
When the games first started, I can say yes, it bothered me. It was just weird. It didn't seem like the same. You don't hear the crowd noise. It was different. Yeah. But now I've gotten so used to just watching the players and watching the game, and the camera angles on TV. Yeah. You really don't notice it all that much anymore. So I'm just more like, okay, I'm cussing at the TV because my damn fantasy players aren't playing. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Is like you're pissed now because you see, James Conner's been out with COVID for 2 weeks. I'm like, God damn it, man! When is that guy ever gonna give me a full season? Like, seriously, it's starting to piss me off. But it's like the beauty about football, I know when it was created, it wasn't designed for TV, but it is designed to be watched on TV. It is a much better viewing experience. I've been to a game. It's fun. But viewing it's fun to be there, but you can't get all the angles. You can't see everything.
You can't, man. Yeah, it's such an experience to get it on TV, which is a little different with other sports because I feel different with hockey. I think hockey's a much better sport to go and see live than it is to watch on TV. You know what I mean? It's a little different, So, all right, first game up here. We've got Thursday Night Football this week. We didn't have it last week, but unless COVID strikes again, we've got Thursday Night Football here. It's a pretty good game. Man, the Patriots came out and absolutely smoked the Chargers last week. They're now 6-6. They're 6-6, still playoff viable here. The Rams are 8-4, 4-1 at home. Vegas sees this as a 5-point spread here. Giving the Patriots 5 points. Rams are favored by 5. Jared Goff having a decent season so far. Cooper Kupp been relatively healthy all year, which has helped. Still have one of the better defensive lines in the league, of course, with Donald. How do you think this game plays out? The Rams take control here. They're at home. What are your thoughts here?
I think they do. I think the Rams take control. I mean, they're just too good of a team. Now they got the three-headed monster in the backfield with Henderson, and you got Akers. I mean, it just Brown. They got too much going on back there.
They do.
Of course, you got Goff can throw the ball with Kupp and Woods. I think it's gonna be too much for the Patriots to handle.
Me too. I think it's gonna be a little too much for the Patriots to handle in this one too. I'm still not sold on their offense, even though I know they scored a bunch of points against the Chargers. I still don't believe they have many weapons for Cam to work with over there. And the Rams been playing pretty well. The Rams were playing pretty well this season. I've been pretty impressed with most of their gameplay this year. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think Vegas has the spread pretty well. I don't think Belichick's going to get blown out in this game by any means. I do think it's a pretty competitive game here. I like a score of like 27-20, 27-23 in that mark. I do think it's close, but I do think the Rams kind of control the game and the tempo in this one. So we're both going to go the Rams here for our Thursday Night Football. Again, guys, you can pick in chat. Let us know who you are picking. You can type it up in chat right now. Let us know which way you're leaning on this one. My Baker Landry combo paid off. I know. Been waiting for Landry to do something this year. $5. Been waiting. 7 on each side makes 14. The Ravens are up 17-10 at halftime.
17-10.
Not bad. Also, don't forget, there's 7 teams that make the playoffs, dude, which is huge for the bubble teams to get in. That's huge. Yeah, math is hard. I know, Steve.
And so there's only one bye, right?
The first seed only, which is crazy. How do you feel? Do you think they'll keep that? Do you like that format better than the older? Is that something you'd like to keep? I kind of like it too. I kind of like it too, man. I kind of like it too, getting those teams in, because I feel there's a lot of bubble teams where if they got in at the right moment or got hot, that they could actually make a little run, and they just they're not able to get in, or they just miss out by a game. So I'm totally with you on that one. Cowboys on the road here. More than likely they're going to be 3-9 after this game, or I'm hoping. The Bengals 2-9-1 in this one, man. I still can't believe they're losing their quarterback. I'm such a big Joe Burrow's fan. He's just having a great season, and then for him to get taken out like that, it's just reminiscent of Carson Palmer back in the day, with the Bengals. And so I love me
some Carson Palmer.
There's no spread on this game. I think that's for a couple of maybe COVID reasons, and as far as the Cowboys playing today. So with that being said, though, we'll just do pick'ems as we always do. Cowboys on the road against the Bengals here. It's just one of those games in pick'ems, as a winner that you've had before, where you're like, fuck, there's two goddamn shitty teams. I don't know who's going to show up and play. This is actually a harder game to pick than than a really good game would be, because you just don't know what you're going to get out of these two. Andy Dalton going up against his old team here. Are they going to sit Zeke? What's the story here? I got to go with fuck, dude. This is just killing me. I want to go with I'm going to go with the Bengals, dude. I'm going to go with the Bengals at home. Yeah, I'm going to go Bengals. I just not for the fact that I want my team to lose, because I want a good draft pick. I'm fucking over the season. I'm over it. Just give me a top 10 pick and let's build this team back up. We've got a decent players. I'm going to go Bengals at home here. The Cowboys defense just doesn't impress me at all. I know they're playing decent tonight, but I'm going to go with the Bengals here, man, over the Cowboys. What do you got?
I'm actually going to go Cowboys over the Bengals. I think the Cowboys defense is good enough to stop a Joe Burris less team.
Bengals team.
And I mean, you got Giovanni Bernard.
Odog's in chat now too. Holy shit. Odag, I'm picking against the Cowboys next week. I'm rooting for the Bengals, dude. I want losses. I want nothing but L's for the rest of the season for the Cowboys. It's good to see you, Odog. What's happening, dude? It's good to see you. Boo. Oh my God. That's fantastic. Joe is my neighbor. Dude lives like 20 minutes away. Hell yeah. Give me an autograph.
Wow, that's awesome.
Odog, when are you going to say that you were wrong about the Mike McCarthy hire? Hey, you can't say that. With Dak being hurt, it's a wash season for McCarthy. It's a wash season. Just heard Bud Knocker, and he's home and doing well. Yeah, Knocker's home doing well. So, all right, Kev, going with the Cowboys. I'm going Bengals on this one.
Cowboys.
All right, next game up here, we got the Texans 4-8 against the Bears 5-7 here. Again, Deshaun Watson having a decent season with 24 touchdowns, but again, the team's struggling here at 4-8. The Bears started off hot, as they usually do, and they just floundering as always. The Bears 5-7, Texans 4-8. Again, this is one of those games where like, fuck, what team's gonna show up? Like, God, do I really like? You want to trust the Texans?
This is easy. This is easy for me.
Is it easy for you?
This is easy for me.
I'm going Bears.
Easy.
I'm going Bears.
I'm going Texans. Texans. All the way.
What's your reason? Yeah, what's your reason? Yeah, what's the reason?
Detroit. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdowns, 1,000 yards passing. I mean, come on, really? In my fantasy league, I played him for the last 3 weeks thanks to Drew Brees.
Yeah.
This week, I sat him because he's supposed to be playing a great Bears defense. What happens? He goes off, and I'm probably going to be sitting in the toilet bowl instead of the playoffs.
Yeah, you texted me. Yeah, you texted me a couple weeks ago about a Matt Stafford play. I remember that.
Yep.
So for that reason, as
soon as I bench him, here he goes.
All right, I'm going to go Bears. I'm going to go Bears. The Bears have lost 6 in a row. Is that right? Then they've got to win. They've got to win at some. I think they've. I'm going to take that team on a losing streak here, and a team that still has a playoff chance. Maybe in the Bears here. I'm going to go Bears. The spread is -2 to the Texans, so Vegas is favoring the Texans in this one. So I'm going to go with Bears in a close one. I think it's like a 24-20 type of game. Bears sneaking by in this one. Yeah. Blowout of the week, I think, right here, guys. I know that the Dolphins have been playing well, but I just think the Chiefs are going to come in there and shellac the shit out of them right here. We got the Chiefs 11-1, Dolphins 8-4. Kansas City is favored by 7 in this one. 7 points, Kev.
Wow.
Getting a touchdown. I actually think they win by bigger than that. I like the Chiefs 31-20 in this game over the Dolphins. I know the Dolphins have been playing pretty well, and Tua has been getting it done. Mason, we're going to be doing marbles after the podcast. We got like 3 hours of marbles coming up after the podcast. So, yeah, I just think that what are your thoughts on Tua? I again, this is one of those quarterbacks I wasn't thrilled about him coming in.
Right. He hasn't impressed me yet, but he's young. He got thrown in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. I think the story's still out on him. I don't know. He hasn't done much for me. I would be playing Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. I just think, I don't want to take away what he's done. Like he's been having a good season. Like he's been doing what he's been asked to do. He's not tearing it up. No, he's doing what they asked. He's controlling the game. He's Trent Dilfering the season, basically. You know what I mean? He's Trent Dilfering the whole fucking season. With that being said, though, we're both going to go with the Chiefs in a double-digit win here. I think both settled on that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the dollar. O-Dog coming in with the 200 biddies. Thank you so much, my dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, O-Dog. I love you, dude. Hope you got those edibles okay. Thank you, O-Dog. I appreciate it, man. Make sure, O-Dog, when you renew your sub, make sure you get in the bundle giveaway. We're giving away a bunch of merch, so when you renew your sub, make sure you get in that bundle giveaway. All right, we got Cardinals, Giants here, man. The Cardinals, again, one of those teams started out like the Bears, just really took off. Kyler Murray, another guy that I'm not very high on either, just because for the same reasons I preach. These small, brittle quarterbacks that run around like Doug Flutie's can only do so much, you know? Can only do so much. Giants, though, man, Colt McCoy goes into Seattle and wins the fucking, what?
Like, that surprised the hell out of me.
Surprised the hell out of me.
I mean, how does Russell Wilson let the Giants beat him? I just don't get that.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Oh, Doc, thank you for getting for the 100 bays. Yeah, I love you, man. Hope the family's doing well. Yeah, this game again to me is just like, are the Giants? I can't believe in the Giants, right? I'm trying to like wrap my head around it. The spread in this game is -2.5 to the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals to get the win here over the Giants. I like, especially if the Giants didn't win last week, I might actually take them. But them coming off that win and just having a little bit of a lull, I think, after that, as it happens to teams, I think the Cardinals are really desperate right now to get a win here and get back on track. And I'm going to go with the Cardinals here in a really good game, though. I'm going to go Cardinals 27, Giants 23 in this one.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals as well. I just don't think that the Giants can do it twice in a row.
Yeah, me too. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, I'd rather them prove me wrong. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather them just prove me wrong than take them. So I'll eat crow on that. When the Giants come back and win, fear the reload. I'll tell you right now, Fear. If the Giants win, I'll gift you a sub. Okay, we'll gift a couple subs to the channel. We'll put it out there just for fear the reload. Spread a little good luck to them. Vikings going in against the Bucks here. Vikings have turned their season around here. They're 6-6 now. We talked about earlier about being disappointments. Maybe they're not leading their division, but they're playing some good football of late here. They're 6-6. They're 3-2 on the road, going up against the Bucks, they look really good at times. And man, they just look. It's like Tom Brady's just old. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just another one. Yeah, right? it's just another one. You don't know what you're gonna get out of both these teams. Tampa Bay is favored by 7 in this game, which is crazy. That's a big number for me in a team that I think the Vikings are a really good team here. I'm going to go with the Bucks to win the game, but if I'm a betting man, I don't mind taking those 7 points. But I'm going to go with the Buccaneers in a really good game here, 31-27 over the Vikings.
You said they're playing in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, they're in Tampa Bay, yeah.
In Tampa? I'm going to go Vikings. I'm going to go Vikings with the upset in Tampa Bay.
You're going with the Vikings and the upset again.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Kev's only 2 back of the leader right now. Making some moves here. Kev. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. All right, next game up here in a game that...
Oh, my God. Who the hell cares?
The Broncos 4-8 against the Panthers 4-8 here. Who will the Broncos dress at quarterback this week is the big question. My God, is it going to be their punter? Who cares? It really doesn't matter because they're not a good football team. The Panthers, Teddy Bridgewater come back at home here. There's no spread on this game yet, so we'll just talk about the pick'ems here.
Panthers.
I'm going to go Panthers at home here. If this game was in the Broncos, I still wouldn't pick them because they're just terrible, and I just can't pick a team that really doesn't even have a quarterback to play. So I got to go with the more talented Panthers in this one. Should be a sloppy affair, but we're both going to go with the Panthers here. Big blowout, I believe, of the week here coming. Titans 8-4 coming off the loss to the Brownies, going into Jacksonville with the Jaguars, who are 1-11 here. The Titans are favored by 7.5. I think this is a double-digit win by the Titans. I think they're angry. I think they're pissed. I think they got.
They need to be.
Yeah, if they aren't, exactly, Kevin. If they aren't, they need to be getting shellacked by the Browns like they did last week. And I think I think good teams and well-coached teams bounce back always in really big ways in the NFL, especially when they played a really bad game the week before. I'm gonna go with the Titans getting jiggity with it. I'm gonna go 35-17 over the Jags, man. I think this Henry has a day.
What's up with Henry's hair? He looks like a damn armadillo. Like the thing of it coming out of his helmet, it looks like a damn armadillo tail.
I mean, I want to know how big his helmet size is, like to get it all in there.
It's gotta be big. It's ridiculous. Where has he been though? The past few weeks, where has he been?
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Has he been on the field? I mean, because the Titans have not looked like the Titans the last couple of weeks.
No, they haven't. So you think it's a blowout though with me? Are you going to blow out in this one?
I think it is. This week is. I think it is. I think Henry comes out and has a week.
Yeah.
He's got to turn it back up. If they want to have a chance in the playoffs, he's got to turn it on.
I agree with you. Here's a really good game coming up next year. We've got the Colts 8-4. Philip Rivers having a decent season, 18 TDs, over 3,000 yards. Colts defense is, top 10 at times. They could be playing really well. Now the Raiders here, like we talked about earlier, 7-5. They came back to beat the Jets. Whatever you want to call it. I know the Jets are bad, but when a team comes back to win any game, they show that resilience. You got to give them credit, whether they are the Raiders or not.
Exactly.
Raiders here at home are not favored. They are getting 3 points. The Colts are favored by a field goal in this one. Colts on the road against the Raiders here in a very big game in the AFC with a lot of playoff, implications on the line here with the two of them. What do you think in this one here? Colts, Raiders.
I'm going to go Colts. Only because Jacobs may still not play next week.
Yeah. I really like that tight end for the Raiders. Waller. Yeah, he's had a monster game last week. I got him in a couple leagues.
He killed me in fantasy this week.
Yeah, he got like 200 yards. Yeah, he helped me a big time. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to ride the Colts in this one as well. Man, I'd really like to take the Raiders here, but I've learned my lesson before. I'd rather ride with the veteran Colts here, and I think they have a little bit better defense. And if Jonathan Taylor can get running the football here, I'm going to go with the Colts here in a really good game, though, 24-23 over the Raiders here. All right, next one up here. This is going to be an absolute shellacking here. The Jets 0-12 going into the pissed off Seahawks here. 8-4 Seahawks at home. Jets on the road. Is the Raiders running back returning? Do you know, Kev? People asking in chat. Do you know?
I don't think so. I think he might be sitting out one more week.
Okay, there you go.
It hasn't been decided yet, but it wasn't looking good.
There you go, Slide. So, yeah, this is going to be the biggest blowout, one of the biggest blowouts of the week. It's a 13.5-point spread in Vegas. So they're getting 2 touchdowns to the Jets here.
Wow.
Oh, man, I got to go. I think it's going to be huge here. 31. I think it's going to be like a 31-13 type of game.
I don't even think they get 13. I think it's going to be like 31-3.
Yeah, I think it's another good team that I think is good in playoff, obviously playoff bound, and could make a run. That's really pissed off after playing a really bad week. I like them again and the Titans to bounce back big this week and get her done. So, all right, next game up here, it's the Packers 9-3 here. Aaron Rodgers 36 fucking touchdowns this year, man, slinging the ball around the field.
Can you throw the ball to Aaron Jones, or is it just, is that not allowed?
He's having a rough time.
My rant's going to come in. Okay, I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and I've got Aaron Jones. Neither one of them scored touchdowns. Like, they're running up all down the field, no touchdowns. Andy Reid is about pissing me off. He gets down the goal line. What are we going to do?
Yeah, what happened to the Chiefs running back? Did he not play because he was sick?
He got a stomach virus.
Yeah.
He got sick Wednesday, so he didn't practice Thursday or Friday because he was out sick with a stomach virus.
Yeah.
And Andy Reid said they activated him right before the game.
Yes, I know. I played him.
Like his progression.
Yes.
He's good to go.
Yes.
I did too.
He didn't do
shit. And then
they
found out later. He said no. He lost some weight, and they didn't want to take any chances because they wanted him for the playoffs.
Oh, such a fat zero, bro. It's such a fat zero,
exactly
dude.
Right now because I started him. But what would have happened is I would have benched him. He'd had 4 touchdowns. 300 yards rushing.
Exactly.
That's how it worked for me.
Exactly. All right, we got a good game up here. It's the Packers 9-3 against your mighty Lions here. Kev. Your Mighty Lions 5-7 at home. Packers 9-3. They're favored by 7.5. Yeah, I think this is a given here with the Packers. But anything, like I said, nothing's a given in the NFL. But I think the obvious pick here is to go with the Packers in a pick 'em. So both riding with Aaron Rodgers in this one. Next game up in the NFC, you got the 10-2 Saints going into the 3-8-1 Eagles. Carson Wentz just having an absolutely terrible year.
What is going on with that guy?
Seriously, man. He just next 1 minute he's a superstar getting paid, and then he has a couple injuries, and now he just can't even throw the football for some reason. So
I always feel sorry for him because he gets back there. They hike the ball to him. He takes about 2-3 steps back, and he's on the ground.
Yeah,
it's like, I feel sorry for him.
Seriously, no shit. Jalen Hurts is the starter.
Mm-hmm.
For the Eagles. Yeah, it's what Slideways and Stu is saying right now. That's how you got benched. For fucking Jalen Hurts, bro. For Jalen fucking Hurts. Oh my God. What do you do? What do you do? I mean, what do you do? Like, is he even tradable at this point? Like,
somebody. Man. I mean, you got somebody out there who'll have to pick him up.
You're right. I would give him a chance. I think a change of scenery is always good to give a player one chance to change scenery, you know what I mean, and give him, to start something new, because it does get stale some places. We know how Philly can be. It's a fucking crazy place.
Look at Tannehill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Tannehill's a perfect example. Exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect example. So, all right, we're Saints Eagles here. I'm gonna go with the Saints in the obvious pick. I think they get it done in a big way over the Eagles here. So, all right, next one up here. We got 4 games left. We've got a game that.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Well, we have to, Peter Griffin. We have to go over all of them. Falcons 4-8 against the Chargers, 3-9, and this one, the Falcons just having one of those years again. Ever since it seems like that Super Bowl that they just blew that 28-3 or whatever, it's never been the same, man. That's crazy. That's like benching Gus Frerotte for Jamarcus Russell. Shit, Gus for Jamarcus Russell. That's funny. Falcons here are favored by 2.5. This is one of those games in pick'ems, Kev, that matters a lot, because the game doesn't matter as far as, in real life in the NFL as far as playoff implications, but in your pick'em league, man, you're like, fuck. What am I going to get out of these two teams?
This can make or break you.
Yeah, it could. I'm going to go with the Falcons here. I just think that they seem to have it. They can turn it on at times, and the Chargers just, I don't know. I'm a big fan of Justin Herbert. I really think he's going to be a good quarterback once they get some pieces around him. Yeah, but I'm going to go with the Falcons here to get it done in a sloppy game, 27-23 over the Chargers.
I'm going Falcons as well.
You're going Falcons as well? All right, here's another sloppy game as well here. The Washington team of Washington, 5-7 against the 5-7 49ers here. Washington coming off that big win against the Steelers. Niners coming off the loss against Buffalo. Niners favored by 3 in this one. Nick Mullen's going to get the start for the Niners. I think Alex Smith is going for Washington in this one. What do you got here, man? You got to pick it. I know Redskins. It's tough.
I'm going Redskins.
Man,
I'm going Redskins.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going Redskins.
I think I think I'm going to go with Washington too, because they're playing for the division lead.
I'm sorry. Not Washington. The Redskins. Washington football team.
Watch your mouth.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insult anybody.
Falcons let Hill look like Breeze. How? I know. That's what I'm saying, man. They let Taysom look like he's fucking the magician out there. Yeah, Washington's defense is good. Yeah, I'm going to go with you, Kev. I think Washington's got a lot more. I think they got something to play for here. They win this game,
One of those he controls the game. He doesn't take chances.
Yeah.
He protects the ball.
Yeah.
I think right there is going to win the game.
Yeah, San Francisco's favored by 3. I think it's a good, low-scoring, sloppy kind of game. I like 23-20 here. Washington over the Niners in this one. Gooch Spots, good to see you, my dude. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Steelers here in the Sunday Night Football game, 11-1 against the 9-3 Bills. This is going to be a great game between the Steelers and the Bills. Both teams can play defense. Both teams can move the ball a little bit. The quarterbacks kind of remind me of each other. They're both big guys. Josh Allen's a big guy. Yeah, he could probably move a little better than Big Ben right now. But Big Ben is slinging the ball. I mean, Big Ben is slinging. He's getting the ball out quick. He's learned.
He's always been able to do that.
Yeah, he's learned, though, that he can't get hit all the time. He can't hold on to the football. He's getting the ball out right now. And they're playing good. So how about that Stephon Diggs pickup, though? Big for the Bills. He's having a good season. 4 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards, 90 receptions already. He's going to get to 100. I mean, that's a huge move for them. Yeah, game of the week, Gooch, right here. I agree with you because there's so much on the line here. This is not only like playoff implications, but it's just the Bills again can get through this. This is another prove it game for the Bills here, like Cleveland was against the Titans. This is going to be an excellent game here. I have to go with the Steelers because it's one of those things like I went with the Titans last week against the Browns. Prove it to me this week, the Bills, and I'll eat crow. I'm eating crow this week. I picked the Titans. Yeah, I picked the Titans. I'm eating crow, and I'll tell you, all Browns fans, I messed up. I should have taken it. I should have believed. But right now, you guys know I love Bills Mafia. You guys have the best tailgating parties in the fucking NFL.
Oh, yes, they do.
By far, dude. Yeah, dude, that's like a bucket list. Just to go there in a Bills jersey, just walk around the parking lot. Bills Mafia. I want someone to throw me through a table. Just once, Just once.
Why?
I don't know. I think just to do it. Just to do it. I'm going to go with the Steelers here. Buffalo is actually favored by a field goal in this one, which is... It's making me think. Yeah, it's making me think. The favorite by 2.5. I'm going to go with the Steelers. What do you got in this one, Kev?
I'm going Steelers only because if Connor plays, I think the Steelers roll.
Yeah, they got that running game.
Play, it's Buffalo. But Buffalo's running game you got two great running backs. Neither one of them really do all that.
They don't. Much. Yeah, Moss or Singletary, right? Yeah.
Allen right now is the deal breaker for me. I'm like, I don't know.
I just don't trust them. Yeah.
Yeah, in Pick'em, I'm going Steelers, but in real life, let's go Buffalo.
Let's go Buffalo. I like it. All right, then we've got, dude, another great game on Monday night. I like how these Monday night games are actually turning out to be pretty good games here. Ravens are looking, I think they're probably going to be 7-5 unless Dallas somehow wins this game. I don't know, but the 7-5, soon to be 7-5 Ravens going up against the 9-3 Browns here in another huge game in the division here for the Browns in the AFC against the Ravens. Man, great game. No spread on this because, this game hasn't finished, the Ravens game, so they're not going to put out a spread on it yet. So as far as the pick'ems go here, how do you see this game plays out? Okay, I'm going to throw it to you first. What do you got, Ravens or Browns on this one?
I think the Browns are going to come out and they're going to give the Ravens everything that they can handle.
Yeah.
Because the Ravens took them the first time, embarrassed them.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's going to happen again. I think that the Browns have come together as a team.
Yeah.
I think they believe in each other.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to take the game. Because right now, Lamar Jackson is pretty much the offense for the Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, he really is. Their running game has just gone away. They really don't have anybody on the outside to really, test the corners or the safeties to really draw the box back. Exactly. Everyone can just stack the box now. I'm with you, man. I think this momentum is really this confidence going for the Browns here. They can run the football with Nick Chubb. Baker has kind of slowly I haven't heard much about him, and that's the best thing. I haven't heard anything about Baker this year, because he's been doing it all quietly and just, putting the numbers up, keeping the player, keeping the points up, make sure the offense moves the chains. Jarvis Landry again have a decent year. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns. The momentum here.
Two-headed monster back there.
Yeah,
you got the two-headed monster with Hunt.
Yeah,
and Chubb.
Yeah, with Hunt and Chubb. I mean, if they don't turn over the football, they'll win this game. If Baker plays within himself and they do what they're supposed to do, I'm gonna go with the Browns too in this one, man, to get it done. Get to 10-3, Cleveland. I'm rooting for you. I really am. I really am rooting for the Brownies and the Bills this season. Two teams that have just been in the cellars for so long. I want to see them win. I want to see some new teams get up there.
It'd be fun to see Cleveland in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with you. On that, man, completely. So that has been.
About Baker's commercials?
I hate him. I can't stand him. I want to punch him. Yeah, I want to punch him in the face every time. Every time he's in that stadium. Every time he's in that stadium by himself, where it's his home, and it's clever. But they just got ran so much, I just can't take it anymore. I just can't take it. You know what I mean? It's just overran. I don't. Right. They are good commercials, though. They are pretty funny commercials. Right. They are definitely. All right, guys, that has been your Week 14 picks with Disturbed Smiles coming in. We'll have it up on iTunes and iHeartRadio, guys, at noon tomorrow. Johnny Icebox is going to throw that up for us. If you guys want to download the audio and all that good stuff, we'll have the video up on our Twitch channel for you guys to rewatch it as well, up in our highlight section. Kev, my man, it's been a pleasure. I absolutely love you, bro. My family loves you, dude. You're an OG. You've been my friend for a long time.
Hour.
I appreciate
No problem.
I appreciate it so much, dude. You coming in, hanging out, picking some football games. I really appreciate it, man. It was fun talking some sports with you. We'll get you back on, as always, when Knocker gets back in the seat. We'll have the phone lines open as well. So say hi to the family.
Now, so I'm ready to go.
Yep. Awesome, dude. I appreciate it. Say hi to the family for me, and we'll catch you on the flip side, man. Thank you so much, Kev.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one. Bye. All right, guys. Awesome time with Disturbed Smiles. We will be right back, guys. We'll be right back. We're going to get some marbles going. With everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you so much, Crispy. I appreciate it. Nice, good hour right there of a football nugget. A nice football nugget for you guys. We're going to come back. We're going to come back with some marbles here in just a second. So do not go anywhere. We got marble races into late of the night. You guys, we're going to have some chill vibes. Sit back, roll some balls. And we'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Thank you, guys. We'll be right back.